the Brunetti property.
So I'm gonna draw off a couple copies of this drawing since
So we're on discussion and motion to approve the Brunetti subdivision plan one.
I have 3 copies. I'll just share a little bit.
Who gave us this? Brandon?
Why print these?
Oh, that's gonna go on the bill.
Sometimes, some of this because they haven't written so many copies, you wanna do that later?
Yeah, we do have that in our
That's the
thing,
one.
but he'll have to get a bill from TJ for this.
Because normally what you do is you provide
Where's it
somebody
at?
with the supervisor.
I think it's Kirchner
It is
Lane.
in our thing.
The township requires, I believe, 10 copies.
Yep,
Did we get 10 copies?
I don't know that.
so this is,
Kirchner Lane, Ken.
I know we got some. I don't know how many we got.
this is Kirchner Drive, so this is at the top
Yeah.
of what we call Trax Hill,
Mm-hmm.
where old Route 88 dips in, and so go up the top of Trax Hill, and it's a road to the right.
Exactly.
Okay,
So, this subdivision, divides one parent tract into 6 smaller lots. So in that area that we're talking about, Michelle, the old Route 88, if you will, the old 2-lane road
bye Dave.
is now a Union Township road called Kirchner Drive. And off of Kirchner Drive is, or maybe it's Kirchner Road and Kirchner Drive's the private.
Yeah, Kirchner Road
Kirchner
is
Road
on
is-
Route 88,
is-
Kirchner
yeah.
Drive goes up into where the project.
Right, so road is public, drive is private. This subdivision establishes 6 new lots. Each of them are tagged with a non-buildable waiver, so, there can be no construction of a residence or any building with public utilities until there's sewage facilities planning done for those lots. Our office has done a review of the subdivision. We had some comments for Keith's office to look at. Keith has since addressed those comments. And at this point, we're recommending that the board approve the subdivision. The planning commission passed a recommendation to approve.
What's the purpose of all these non-buildable lots?
So, I'll let-
The property owners are going to purchase those lots for their own profit.
So
I'll
the
let
adjoining property owner,
Owners, all the surrounding property owners, who are, some of them are present here tonight, if you'd like to hear from them.
yeah, it's an odd.
It is, yeah, so, a little, like some some background, I was worried about this one, and, we, reached out to, TJ and his office, and the zoning, and we had a pre-application meeting, which I found, extremely beneficial. And with the results of that pre-application meeting, kind of gave us a warm fuzzy to move forward. The surrounding properties are, really want to preserve, don't want a developer to come in and buy the property, and they want to maintain it as an open space.
So,
Okay, so the property owners, so this is the property, all of these separate property owners are doing one.
So what they're trying to, the essence of this whole development, this subdivision, is that the surrounding contiguous property owners are trying to protect that property from being picked up by a developer and developed. So they want to purchase the individual lots for their own adjoining property. That's the whole purpose behind this. Now, there is a concern, was raised on Monday night concerning, if you look to the right, and there's some type of road, you see that elbow coming out past that thing?
Kirchner?
There was an issue concerning the width of that road in terms of the thing and then going outside of it.
Yeah.
So it's my understanding that's a 10-foot wide road or something.
Currently,
And I don't, what was the motion we made regarding that the other night? You have it on your fancy phone, don't you? What was the motion we made about that?
we were going to sever the, right of way at the property line.
Alright, so basically, we need a motion to approve that proposed subdivision. Again, subject to all costs being paid, on 30 days with an itemized invoice to complying with all the township engineer's recommendations. 3, that portion of that private right-of-way outside that subdivision is be severed.
I mean, I would have had, like, I didn't realize we were gonna be so quick in front of supervisors, I would have had all these changes. These are all minor changes to the plan.
Subject to that being severed in a subsequent drawing to be approved by the township engineer. Is that sufficient? That's sufficient for you?
The only other comment from Monday was about the removing the reference to the road dedication
Yeah,
area.
cleaning up the dedication.
Well, that'll be part of the cleanup,
Yes.
okay?
With no issues with the itemized, with the results of the meeting on Monday. With the conditions set on the plan, there's no issues.
Alright, so motion
So-
to,
The only other point I'll
Who's
make,
on this big green space?
it's good, they have different adjoining,
I see that.
so there's, how many lots, there's 5 lots
I'm
or 6
assuming
lots?
somebody owns lot 1, someone different owns lot 2, someone different
So
owns
these
lot
are,
3.
these
No,
are,
Trax is owned the whole piece.
Yeah.
they own the whole piece.
16 acres.
So like this,
That's right here,
this whole thing is Trax property.
okay.
So what they're gonna do is they want these divided lots, and then basically this person will buy this, and
Now I get it,
Yeah,
I didn't
adjoining to your
understand.
current property, you buy the piece next to you,
Okay,
is what we did.
On the
So-
private road.
we're taking a larger 16-acre parcel of Trax Farm's property, we're
Yeah.
breaking it down into smaller pieces so that the surrounding property owners can absorb those pieces.
Yeah.
That I get,
this is the outer boundary
We
here.
just don't want neighbors.
I get that too.
Anymore.
so that's, you're just trying to protect the property for yourself.
Exactly.
I just didn't understand, yeah, so,
So, we had a pre-application meeting with Keith, and the biggest thing we talked about at that pre-application meeting is the number of lots that you can create off of private street. And that was a concern, because the ordinance says depending on your road, your private road right of way, you can only have a certain number of lots on a private street. So we ironed that out with Keith before he was, in a position to make his application. So,
Yeah, the whole idea, like, I don't wanna spend a client's money if we get to this stage and it gets denied, so that meeting was extremely beneficial and that's why
And
we're
these
here
are-
I
tonight.
get it, so
And
Trax
these-
had a piece of partial they wanted to sell.
Yeah.
And these are
These folks got
non-buildable,
together,
these are,
bought it together, or
You're right.
going to buy it together and
Correct.
absorb it into their
Once-
own yards.
Once the subdivision's approved and recorded, there's already agreement to sell, and so it'll just make it a lot easier to sell once the parcels are created.
yeah, they're non-buildable lots.
Correct.
And if they choose to, they can do consolidations
yes.
later on.
At a later
We
date,
talked about the other night.
Okay.
So,
Alright, I
we
get
need
it.
a motion?
A motion to approve, what's it called, the plan again? Bernetti subdivision?
This is
plan?
Bernetti's subdivision plan number 1.
Subject again to complying with the township engineer's comments, paying all itemized invoice in 30 days receipt thereof. Removal of that portion of that private street outside the subdivision itself. Okay? And cleaning up and, quote, remediating the documents as suggested by the township engineer. Okay?
Do we have a signed copy from him?
Not
He's
yet.
gonna redo it.
Okay.
Yeah, once we submit to the township engineer and they give us the green light, you'll get signed copies.
Okay. I'll make that motion. One second. Any other questions on the board member thoughts?
Next time, get 11 copies.